All right, welcome back. Now, I have a special guest in the house, someone who is a mentor for so many reasons. One of my very first friends, I can use that word friend, when I came into this side of things. And someone I looked up to because he did what I'm doing now at some point. Segun Arinze is in the house with me. Welcome, sir. Let's start with that talk show. What happened to it?
Well,
it was really good.
yeah, we started out. When I was watching Robin Minds, I said, "Oh, okay, Buka started. That's good." That's good. Yeah, but I will come back with it sometime in the near future. But when we started, we did so well, but politics got in the way.
Yeah.
I just want to put all that behind me and re-strategize and refocus and put it
because
back on
even
track.
at the time, it wasn't very common to have talk shows like that.
Yeah,
where
it was.
People ask point blank
It
questions.
wasn't point blank, looking at people's face, eyeball to eyeball, and asking them questions. Well.
It was interesting for someone who was in entertainment to do that. You know, people didn't really know that side of you existed.
Well, now they know.
Now you sing, you act, you've done TV. Any other things we need to know?
I do a lot. I do PR as well.
How's Nollywood? How's Nollywood doing?
Nollywood is doing well. There's an evolution going on right now in the industry. As you can see, people are beginning to come into this direction. The stories are changing. We're having more and more sophisticated equipment, technology, and IT is helping the industry. Also, big thanks to the social media, puts everybody on their toes. And so we're just having the evolution, and you just keep coming. New actors are coming up every day. Yeah, in spite of the fact that, of course, amongst many are called, few are chosen, you still find a few of the sham and fake ones around who want to come up with fake accents and all that, but outside that we still have.
How do you handle that, though? I mean,
How do you handle that?
I've been at I think it was at a free for something,
Yeah.
where there's a good mix of older, the older generation and the new school. And I think I'd heard that in passing, saying, "Oh, all these fine boys just coming to act; they're just models."
No, I don't.
Do you find that Nollywood is watered down? Do you think it's getting better?
It's getting better. It's not watered down. It's getting better. But in every business where you make money, quacks are bound to come in. All sorts of manner of people are bound to come in. But the truth be told is that you need to help them, train them, make them understand the polemics of the industry. Of course, people will come in and you see all sorts of things, but what you do, you don't force them, you don't fight them. What are they get level? At the point in time, they'll fizzle out. They'll fizzle out. And then those who really have the interest and the passion will stay. Mind you, there are two different things between passion and talent. Talent is the first. Once you recognize that you have talent, every other thing starts to work.
What if you have passion without talent?
That's the problem. That's the problem. It would be nice for you to have talent and passion. People don't understand that there's a difference between those two. Listen, I have passion for football. I love football. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I don't have the talent for football, so I stay on the sideline and watch.
If you Arsenal fans just tuned off.
Now then, Sabi, we don't beat there yesterday. Let's move on. So, but that's the honest truth. Yeah. So in the industry, things like that happen until it finds water finds level. On that thing, I also need to understand quickly is let's stop making this comparison between Hollywood and Nollywood. Okay. Hollywood's over 100 and something years. Nollywood's just barely 24, 25 years. So we need to stop that. And why we've got this far is because of the help of ICT.
Probably just a demand for things to be better, maybe.
Yes, the demand for things to be better, I agree. But let's stop pushing it. Okay. Let's stop it. Let's grow at our pace. We have the stories. Yeah. We have ways of telling our own stories. We have our talent. We have our personnel and resources and all that to do. The major problem with Nollywood today is funding. But gradually we'll get there. I
like the fact that you mentioned stories, and I will get back to that point. But I want to ask you something now. There seems to be 3 industries in Nigeria. Actually 4. There's Kannywood, which is the northern movie industry. Then there's the Yoruba Nollywood, which they also do their thing. Then in Nollywood, there seems to be 2 industries. There's the new Nollywood and there's Asaba. Why is everybody seemingly doing their own thing?
Okay, what ends all these things that you call? What ends all?
Wood.
Good. So they're all woods and planks. That happens. Even in Hollywood, it happens. You have the intra-pound or something they call them. Because I remember the last time we visited the US, when we went to Los Angeles and we visited the Screen Actors Guild. I was president of the guild then, and they told us that they had this same kind of problems, different factions coming up, but they were trying to bring everybody. I think as of last year they had come together. It's bound to happen, and mostly because we're a diverse nation, and we speak many.
So you don't think it's a bad thing per se?
It's not a bad thing, but it would be nice for us to harmonize the industry. It would be really nice for us to harmonize all this together, and then instead of calling it wood, we just said, okay, the Hausa sector, the Yoruba, the Igbo sector, and what have you. But call all of it. The movie industry is Nollywood. To start with, we didn't even call it Nollywood. It was the Washington Post that called it Nollywood.
Does that upset you?
It doesn't upset me. I've grown past that. I used to be, but now I just let it go. Wood, plank, timber, caliber. Let's just move the industry forward. Bottom line is that there's a movie industry, and we need to make it good for generation next and generation next and generation next.
Talking about moving the industry forward now, one of the main things that would move the industry forward is good stories, and you did mention stories there, and I want to talk about that. There's a belief, especially amongst people I talk to. I watch a lot of Nollywood movies, and there's almost always a stereotyped sort of storyline that people tend to, okay, you watch, and most times, okay, I know what's going to happen at the end. I know it's a general sweeping statement I'm making, but there's that feeling. You know, I mean, I saw the Anini movie, which you were a part of. That was a great story. Nigeria has great stories. Do you think there's a sort of laziness to do these stories?
Yes, totally. I will agree with you that there's laziness on the part of most producers and writers. We're bandwagon people. One person does one thing, it works, everybody goes in that direction until you spoil it.
Until they kill it completely.
I don't want to go that harsh. Until you spoil it. And then when you're done with that, you discard it, and then you move on to the next challenge. And so we like aping things until we get bored. But if you search deep down, there are good stories. I mean, I just finished shooting Jaja the Great, which was tremendous. Kunle has October 1st. You've seen that movie. Omoni did Living Mrs. Elliot, or what? Yeah. And there's so many other movies like that. Udwak, Isam just did Falling. There are a lot of movies that are very, very good. Very, very good. So if you try as much as possible to stay away from that norm, I don't want to start criticizing or going to say, Asaba people are like this. No. That would be most unfair to them, because they are also contributing immensely to the development of the industry. What I would tell most people is, you want to cut your teeth, just go there, and then you can come back, and then we can start talk. But they also need to streamline themselves and get themselves in order. We have the stories, but most of the writers are also not challenged. Be challenged. The writers, producers, directors. A lot of these guys are just armchair producers, armchair directors who just sit down and...
How do we fix that, though? Is it fixable?
It is fixable. If you start working as serious to it, you work as seriously, we are steadfast with it, you have workshops every now and then. I mean, one film festival a year is not enough. You have the Abuja International Film Festival, and they are free. That's about all we have right now. But if you have so many workshops, seminars, there's one I'm going to be doing in October, which is at Aja, which is on Macarizing and Philmark. Frank Philemon School in Aja, there from the 4th to the 10th. We're going to be training younger actors, writers, directors. We need to put these people on. It's not just one thing to say, I'm talented, and you come out. You just come out, and at the end of what? After that, what? I told you something before we went on. I said, the experience is the best teacher, but the school fees is high. so you need to really, really get these guys grounded. And that would be my biggest joy, that these guys get some form of training.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to go to university to go and get trained as a theater artist. Not everybody has the capacity for that. But if you take part in workshops here and there, every now and then, even AGN does that. While I was president, I did it. Benamba is still doing that. You call these people in once in a while and do workshops. They will learn.